In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on January 30th, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Northern Illinois versus Central Michigan. In the realm of Mid-American Conference basketball, an intriguing matchup is set to unfold in the Great Lakes State, pitting 2 teams with varying levels of consistency against each other. The Northern Illinois Huskies embark on a journey to face the Central Michigan Chippewas on Tuesday night, each team carrying its own set of recent performances. The Huskies, fresh off an 81-71 defeat at the hands of Ball State in their previous outing, find themselves on the road, unable to cover the 4.5-point underdog line. On the flip side, Central Michigan claimed victory over Western Michigan with a 62-55 scoreline on the road, exceeding expectations as a 3-point underdog. In the historical context of their matchups, the Chippewas hold a 39-36 advantage, but the Huskies have seized the last 2 meetings, including an 84-80 road triumph on February 25, 2023. Standing tall with an 11-9 overall record, Central Michigan establishes itself as one of the premier teams in the Mid-American Conference, boasting a combination of strategic prowess and on-court resilience. The Chippewas' defensive excellence, limiting opponents to a mere 71 points per game, distinguishes them in the conference. Spearheaded by Brian Taylor's formidable presence in the paint, Central Michigan's defense has proven adept at disrupting and challenging opposing offenses. Anthony Pritchard takes the lead on the offensive front, contributing an average of 14.5 points per game, complemented by an impressive 4.8 assists per game. This equilibrium between offensive and defensive strengths becomes pivotal, especially when facing Northern Illinois, a team vulnerable on the defensive end. Anticipation builds as these 2 teams, moving in contrasting trajectories, prepare to clash. Northern Illinois finds itself in a challenging stretch, having dropped 9 consecutive games, while Central Michigan rides a wave of success, securing victory in 3 straight and 6 of the last 7 matchups, despite offensive struggles. The Chippewas have notably improved defensively over the past month, presenting an opportunity to exploit the defensive vulnerabilities of the Huskies. With a 6-2 home record, Central Michigan holds a distinct advantage over Northern Illinois, which struggles with a 2-7 record on the road this season. Considering Northern Illinois' failure to cover the line in any of their 9 losses during this streak, the odds seem to favor Central Michigan. The Chippewas, with consistent performance and fortified defensive play, emerge as the confident pick to win and cover the spread in this contest. Northern Illinois enters the game with a track record of surpassing the set point total in 7 of their 13 games with posted numbers. Offensively, they rank 205th in efficiency, 129th in effective field goal percentage, 101st in 2-point shooting, and 108th in free throw rate, attempting .356 free throws per field goal attempt this season. Defensive struggles plague the Huskies, ranking 329th in efficiency, 325th in effective field goal percentage defense, and 334th in 3-point defense. Displaying a penchant for a fast-paced style, Northern Illinois is 83rd in adjusted tempo, averaging 69.8 possessions per night, according to Ken Palm. In contrast, Central Michigan, with a 12-6-1 under mark in games with a posted total this season, exhibits a slightly below average pace at 242nd in tempo, with 66.8 possessions per contest. The Chippewas face offensive challenges, ranking 271st in effective field goal percentage, 236th in turnover percentage, and 238th in offensive rebounding percentage. Central Michigan's adjusted tempo, placing them 242nd, indicates a more deliberate style of play, likely limiting overall scoring opportunities. Despite Northern Illinois' faster-paced approach, ranked 83rd in adjusted tempo, their offensive efficiency might not be sufficient against the Chippewas' solid defense. defense. The ability of Central Michigan to control the game's tempo, coupled with their defensive prowess, suggests a game with fewer scoring opportunities for both teams. This tactical battle, accentuated by Central Michigan's robust defensive statistics and Northern Illinois' struggles to capitalize on scoring chances, points towards a contest where the total score remains below the anticipated threshold. Expect this game to fall short of the set total, even with Northern Illinois grappling on the defensive end. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Oklahoma State versus Kansas. A matchup of Big 12 powerhouses is set to unfold on the revered court of Allen Fieldhouse in the Sunflower State, where the Oklahoma State Cowboys brace for a challenging encounter against the formidable number 8 Kansas Jayhawks on Tuesday night. The Cowboys, fresh off a hard-fought 70-66 home triumph over West Virginia in their previous outing, entered this clash as the underdogs on the road. Notably, they covered the spread as a 3.5-point favorite in their latest victory. Meanwhile, the Jayhawks faced a setback on the road against number 23 Iowa State, falling short in a 79-75 contest. Despite the loss, Kansas managed to cover the spread as a 4.5-point underdog in their preceding game. In the historical head-to-head record, the Jayhawks hold a commanding 108-48 advantage, having emerged victorious in the last 6 meetings, including a decisive 90-66 win in their initial encounter this season on January 16th. The difficulty for visiting teams in securing wins within the competitive Big 12 Conference was exemplified in the recent performances of both squads. While Oklahoma State secured their first conference win of the season by prevailing against West Virginia at home, Kansas faced a road defeat at the hands of Iowa State. Notably, Kansas dominated Oklahoma State 2 weeks prior in Stillwater, winning by a substantial 24-point margin, underscoring their prowess at the Allen Fieldhouse. The Jayhawks boast a flawless 10-0 record in home games this season, in stark contrast to Oklahoma State's 0-4 record on the road. Kansas maintains a 6-game winning streak overall in the series and has triumphed in 9 of the last 10 matchups on their home court. Despite snapping their losing streak in the most recent game, Oklahoma State's overall performance in Big 12 play has been lackluster. Their struggles were particularly evident in the previous home encounter against Kansas, where they suffered a 90-66 defeat on January 16th. The Cowboys have struggled to surpass the 70-point mark in 4 of their last 5 games, with a field goal shooting percentage of 44.7%. In contrast, Kansas, despite losing 2 of their last 3 games, has been more formidable, especially at home, boasting a 50.5% shooting accuracy from the field. Expressing reservations about backing the current form of the Oklahoma State Cowboys, with a season record of 6-13-1 against the spread, the focus shifts to the formidable Kansas Jayhawks. Unbeaten at home, the Jayhawks previously secured a convincing 90-66 road victory against Oklahoma State earlier in the month. Anticipating a continuation of their dominance at the Allen Fieldhouse, the outlook for this game remains in favor of the Kansas Jayhawks. While acknowledging that the Kansas team might not be as dominant as in previous seasons, confidence remains in their ability to secure a victory in this matchup. Consequently, the Kansas Jayhawks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Turning attention to the statistical aspects of both teams, Oklahoma State has witnessed an even split in games going over and under, with a 10-10 record in their 20 games this season. Defensively, the Cowboys rank 85th in efficiency, 130th in effective field goal percentage defense, and 199th in turnover percentage forced. Their pace is slightly below average, standing at 227th with an average of 67.2 possessions per night according to Ken Palm. In contrast, Kansas has exceeded the total in 10 of their 19 games with a posted total showcasing offensive prowess. The Jayhawks rank 23rd in offensive efficiency, 21st in effective field goal percentage, and lead the nation by assisting on 69.7% of their field goals. The initial clash between the two teams resulted in a total surpassing the 139-point mark, attributed to the Jayhawks outperforming expectations against Oklahoma State's defensive strengths. However, the subsequent games for the Cowboys saw them limit opponents to an average of 70 points per game, almost securing 3 consecutive under outcomes. While not expecting Oklahoma State to exploit Kansas' defensive vulnerabilities, an improved defensive performance is anticipated, particularly in containing key players like KJ Adams. Furthermore, Oklahoma State aims to dictate the tempo, ranking 210th 127th in pace according to Ken Palm, contingent on the Cowboys addressing turnover issues, particularly their ranking at number 301, and avoiding mass scoring opportunities for the Jayhawks in transition. The combined score is unlikely to threaten an inflated total, expected to be in the mid-140 seconds. Emphasizing Coach Self's efforts to rectify recent defensive lapses, the under is targeted in a game projected to have fewer possessions than the previous 71-possession matchup. Despite witnessing a high-scoring affair with 156 points in their initial meeting, expectations are tempered for the rematch. Under the projected total is our full game total pick, suggesting that the combined score will not reach the levels seen in their previous encounter. Loyola Marymount versus Gonzaga. On Tuesday, a highly anticipated college basketball matchup is set to unfold at the McCarthy Athletic Center, featuring the Loyola Marymount Lions squaring off against the Gonzaga Bulldogs. In their recent game against St. Mary's, Loyola Marymount experienced a narrow defeat, falling short by a mere 5 points. Despite a commendable defensive effort that limited their opponents to only 70 points, the Lions struggled offensively, managing to score only 65 points. Noteworthy performance came from Kelly Lepep, who contributed significantly with 15 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. Gonzaga, aware of the importance of avoiding detrimental losses, faced a setback in their previous game against Pacific. Despite putting up an impressive 82 points, the Bulldogs ended up on the losing side, trailing by 9 points. Ike stood out with an outstanding performance, registering 20 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. Anticipating an offensive spectacle, Gonzaga is poised to showcase their scoring prowess. Throughout the season, they have maintained an average of 85 points, demonstrating an ability to run up the score effortlessly. On the contrary, Loyola Marymount, with an average of 74 points per game, may struggle to match the offensive output of their opponents. The Gonzaga Bulldogs to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Examining season averages, Loyola Marymount typically scores 74 points while allowing 69.5 points on the defensive end. Their offense holds the 202nd rank in the league, while their defense stands at 102nd. Dominic Harris has been a key contributor, averaging 15 points and showcasing efficient shooting percentages of 42.6% from the field and 43.3% from beyond the three-point arc. Contrastingly, Gonzaga boasts an impressive average of 85 points for the season, with their defense conceding 68.5 points per game. The offense ranks 14th in the league, while the defense holds the 103rd position. Ike, a pivotal player for Gonzaga, maintains an average of 15 points, exhibiting remarkable shooting percentages of 60.1% from the field and 41.7% from three-point range. In light of the expected offensive showcase, over the projected total is our full game total pick. The matchup promises to deliver an exciting clash of basketball prowess, with both teams aiming to assert their dominance on the court. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.